Hello and welcome to my channel, and today is my mid-year review. So it's basically a WiP parade mostly, because I do have a couple of finishes so far this year, but I am doing the 26 for 26 challenge. That means there's a lot of WiPs. Let me just tidy up this pile and we'll get stuck straight in. Okay, let's start with my finishes. So this one is just a stack size that was sent to me. It was a PR review from a company called Chartex, and they just do something a bit different. Like, this is just on cardboard and the drills come on sheets, and the glue is on the bottom of the drill, not on the paper, if that makes sense. And you pick it off and you place it on the card. I did do a review of this, and yeah, it was okay. I felt it was okay for things like travel, because obviously you don't have to worry about having your drills in a tray and stuff like that. But I would say that it's not very robust. I've already lost a couple of drills, and those are the ones that I've lost the drills for. There was a couple more that had popped up, and because the glue was on the bottom of the drill, it just moved across the page. So I think perhaps in hindsight, with the benefit of time passing, this is not the most robust of things. But if you just want a light project, then that's okay. But yeah, check out my review if you want more details of that. But I did that back in April, I think it was. And then we've got this one. Oh, this is from Diamondz Studio. I love this canvas so much. I only finished it a week or so ago. I do have a post review. I don't usually bother with post reviews. Usually my post reviews are my annual, my 6 month and my yearly reviews. But this one, he was such a handsome boy that I made a special effort for. And yeah, so Diamondz Studio, this is a picture called Christmas Reindeer. It's by Thaneeya. If you know Thaneeya, she does very sort of bright, whimsical pictures. Like, they're just fun, they feel good, the colors feel good, everything feels good. And this did come charted with 2 ABs, which is like the green one that goes in this. It probably doesn't sharpen this light very well, but there's a green AB that runs like through the lights and a little bit in the antlers. And then there's a blue AB, which is every snowflake that you see on this page, and like little bits on here on the bell, things like that. There's little splatters of blue. So it's really nicely charted. But usually that would be enough for me, but I wanted to do a little bit extra. I don't know, it was the Christmas theme, I think. So I have added in a couple of extra ABs, 3 ABs actually, and a whole bunch of dust drills in the snow. But yeah, as I say, there is a post review. I only did post review last week, I think it was. So if you want to check out that, see everywhere that I placed like the extra drills, then check out that video. Right, let me say this now before I forget, because I always forget. So first of all, I will link below all the paintings that I show, if it's still available. If something's been archived, I won't bother. And you'll have to look for it in destash sites and things like that. But if there is a link, then I will link it. And secondly, I do have a discount code for Diamondz Studio. It's a 10% off code if you use Pebblez 10 on your order, off of all kits. So not the accessories or anything, but if you buy a kit, then you can get 10% off your order. And when last I looked, which was last week, this was still in stock. So if you want something for Christmas in July, or even Christmas, I can highly recommend this canvas, because I enjoyed doing this from start to finish. I should mention, I'm not a very fast diamond painter. That's why I've only got 2 finishes. I took a couple of months off as well in the early part of the year, like Feb and March. I don't think I diamond painted at all. April I did a little bit. So mainly this is basically from May onwards. Right, so on to the many WiPs. So let's switch this over. And this is the only painting that I am not including in my 26 for 26. And that's because this is a special project. It's a cross-stitch conversion, as you can see. I put a little tape over there because I got a bit excited when I cut the paper off and exposed some glue. Anyway, yeah, so this is a massive project. This is actually, this canvas is a 70 by 50, and it is 1/8 of what the picture will be. They do not make canvases big enough for this entire picture. It is, I'll put it up here, it's Dragon Race Into the Night by Rose Khan. And yeah, it's massive, and I've been doing it forever, like 5 years. It was the reason I started my channel, and my channel was 5 years old a few months back. And yeah, as you can see, I'm very slow. but it's like, eventually one day I will get the urge and I will make it my mission, and suddenly I'll whiz through everything. But yeah, for now, this is my cross-stitch conversion, and I've always treated it as a bit of a background project, just something I can dabble in every now and again when I'm in the mood. So I'm not overly worried about the lack of progress on this, but at some point I do have to do it, because I'm not due to finish it for like 50 years otherwise. But yeah, that is my cross stitch conversion. Actually, before I go on to the next ones, I'll do these minis because they were sitting here and they was going to fall over. So because they're a set, I'm not complete. I didn't count them as a completion. I have done some of these last year as well, so it's not even just for this. So this is basically 26 for 26 project. So I started 26 for 26 in the middle of May. So I've done 2 since May, a croissant and a nice little sort of ice cream cup, which I'm pretty sure is supposed to be a bakery selection, but you know, it's got some ice cream. It's got a cone in it, I guess. But previously I have done also the donut, that gatto, I think, and I'm pretty sure I've done this one with little twizzles. So this puts me at 5 out of 12. So in an ideal world, I think I'd quite like to finish the set before the end of the year. I've had this set for about 2 years, so it needs to be finished. I got these originally from AliExpress, this and this set as well, which is the cocktail set. I've only done one since 26 for 26, but I've done that one, I've done the fruit cocktail, and I've done this one with the little, I don't know what that is, herbs sticking out, orangey things. And I've got to cross through this. I gave this one away to a friend. It's a mojito. So this one's only a set of 11. So I got these from AliExpress, but last time I looked, this seller wasn't selling them anymore. But I think I did find them on Amazon. So I'll have a look. If they're still on Amazon, I will link these. If you are looking for a budget-friendly alternative to, you know, the paint gems and mini dazzles, all that sort of thing, this is a good budget-friendly way to try them out. Anyway, that's those. And then talking of paint gems, so I've got the Easter edition, and there is 16 pictures in here. I did 2 at Easter, so by that reckoning, it's going to take me 8 years to finish this set. So I thought, do you know what, I better do some of that. Technically it was a WiP because I'd started to, so I've just done this one. It is quite cute. There's a few pictures in here that, like, there's one with a bunny and there's another one with a duckling. So I feel like it doesn't matter that it's Easter, though I might have to do an egg. I need to, you know, I think I need to force myself to do at least one egg. Otherwise, I'm going to do all the interesting pictures and I'm just going to be left with eggs and then I won't want to do them. So yeah, I've done that for 26 as well. Back to the big pictures. Let me cut this over. So this, as you can see, is my second cross stitch conversion. It's obviously a lot smaller project. It's a 60 by 60. Technically the pattern was 60 by 80, but I decided to like chop off the bottom. She's sitting in like a little sort of woven basket thing. So I was like, yeah, I can live without that. Let's just make it 60 by 60. I really like how it's coming out. It is a difficult one to work on, though. Not gonna lie. All these colours, like they look really good. She's like really moody and in shadow, but they're all greys and grey greens and dark greens, and it's just like it's a bit dull, to be honest. So last time you saw this, I think I was here. So I've done 2 sections. These ones here, and I'm quite proud of myself for doing that because they were difficult. I say difficult, boring sections. But on the bright side, I've got a lot of these wings to come down here, and then the colours of the wings come down here. So I've got a lot to look forward to on this one, and soon. So I'm anticipating that the next time I do a WiP catch up, which I'm thinking I'm going to do 26 to 26 on the agenda. I'm going to do it. I don't diamond paint enough for one every month, but I think I will do one for like maybe October, like a 3-month one. I don't know how all these drills. I swear these drills move. I think it's probably the rolling up. It moves them. And you don't see it in these ones, but in the light colours, then it moves and you see it. Anyway, but yeah, so obviously this is Jasmine Beckett Griffith. I've got the cross stitch pattern from Heaven and Earth Design, if you're interested. And I've got the blank canvas from AliExpress, but I do not recommend that seller anymore. So yeah, I won't be linking that one, but that is that. Oh, right. Now, before I move this away, because you can see through the back of the canvases, like images, right? So when I move this one, I've got 2 mystery kits coming up. If you want, I'm just going to put a timestamp on the screen now if you want to leap ahead. But if you don't, if you're okay with listening, then feel free to just look away if you're working on a diamond painting or something. And I'll talk about it, but I won't give away any spoilers. So if you just want to listen, that's fine. If not, jump to this timestamp. So this canvas is from Diamond Art Studio. It's the 12 Days of Spookless one, which I do not believe can be bought anymore. So, but if you've got it in your stash, then this is what it's going to be. Obviously, it's a WiP. And basically the borders around this are stamped onto the canvas itself, and then these blank squares are the bit that's like the cross stitch conversion. So if you've ever thought about trying a cross stitch conversion, I highly recommend these chart to arts, because it's a good compromise, because Diamond Art Studio, you know, they get all the drills together for you, they give you the canvas, so really you're just doing the little thing from the chart, the little pictures. So it takes away a lot of the, you know, the groundwork of what if a regular cross stitch conversion feels a bit intimidating for you to, you know, get all the bits together. And so yeah, as you can see, I've only done the border around the 3 pictures I've done. And the nice thing about this kit is they are, all these little mini pictures are all independent of each other. So you get 12 patterns and you can do them in any order you like. So I just chose random pictures, random ones to do. So even though somebody might have this kit, there's a good chance it won't look like mine, because they'll have done the pictures in a different order. And I really like that. It's the little thing sometimes. So yeah, 32 colours and all Halloween themed, obviously. And so I've done these two at Halloween, and so this is the area I've done since 26 for 26 started. I'm not against doing seasonal pictures out of season, but just I you know, it's my mood, and usually I'm only in the mood during the season. But if I've got a reason, I have no problem doing something out of season. So that's that one, and I feel like I would like to do some more because I did enjoy that. Right, so that's that one. And the next mystery coming up is a Diamond Art Club. It's a pretty old one, to be honest. I don't know its number. I can't remember. I want to say it was in the 50s. It's a landscape, and it's by the artist D. Rusty Rust. So I'm going to turn it over. I've got stickers on it, as you can see, for like just so I can random pick squares. Hang on, let me just wrestle this. There we go. You're not even seeing the whole picture because it's such a big canvas. It is, what is it? So it's 106 by 70. It's a whopper because apparently I'm a masochist. I actually, to be fair, I didn't actually buy this mystery kit as a mystery kit. I got it in one of those mixed mystery boxes, you know, where you get random paintings that they're trying to clear their stock of. So it's discounted. So I bought a mystery box, and this was a mystery kit in a mystery box. So I've only done 3 squares of it. I say only. I'm only planning to do, like, you remember, 26 to 26. If you're not familiar with that challenge, is to just start 26 paintings. You don't have to finish them. It's just to work on 26 paintings through the year 2026. That drill is popping up. There we go. Yeah, that's definitely moved. It must be when I roll them up. Anyway, so I've done 3 squares of it. And as you can see, it's very big. And I've put little stickers on each section. And we're just doing the random number thing. So, yeah. I'm really pleased that I've done 3 sections when I only needed to do 1. I'm obviously, this painting, it's got a beautiful, what's it called? Fairy dust. Wow, words. It's got a beautiful fairy dust that's like gold. It's almost like golden brown. But yeah, it's very mysterious painting this. But somebody said they'd done this when I did my 26 26, when I announced what paintings I was doing for it. And they said they'd done this painting, and it was lovely. So I'm super excited, but I'm really curious about the colour palette. I do not know. But that's part of the mystery. Anyway, let me get this out of the way. This huge one. It's now safe. We have all the mysteries done, and we are just going on to the WIPs that I have started so far. So just to clarify, of the 26, I've got 14 WIPs currently going for that challenge. So I've still got 12 to kit up. So if you like kitting ups, you might want to subscribe. Anyway, this is one that I kitted up the other day. It's a couple of weeks ago now. So this is called A Little Magic, and it's by Puffgator. So it's a 61 by 51 basically. So it's quite small, and I love the colours of it. It's a really nice, colourful painting with all these purples and pinks. I'm not sure if I would get it now, because, like, you know, when you open something, it's like, what was I thinking? Look at all these. I hate colour blocking. Look at all the colour blocking. I'm like, oh, was this a good idea? I don't know. Ask me again in a couple of months. But for now, I've only done 1 section. I treated this whole thing as 1 section. Obviously, I did it as a it doesn't have squares on this one. It's not the perforated sheets. So I just did a section that was this big. and I did short and long, because that way I knew I was going to get a couple of like different colours, and I knew there were some pinks in here, as opposed to just, I would have just had some whiskers. So at least there was a little bit more to do. And then what I tend to do with these types of canvases is I'll do one blocky bit and then I'll do one colourful bit. So I've always got something to look forward to when I'm doing the colour blocking. I always know I've got something colourful to look forward to next. I will never finish on a colour blocked square. It will always be a splash of colour. But yeah, that is a round, and I do not have many rounds in this challenge, but hopefully that will mean it goes relatively quick, because it's not a super huge canvas. But that's all my progress on A Little Magic. Okay, this is a Dreamer Designs kit. It's let me just fold this because it'd be easier. So I've only done this much along the top. Now, when you saw this last, it was about, I think, about here, and I'd put it away, and I'd only half done a section, so I had to finish a section, and then I did another section. As you can see, like, by its nature, it's called Twisted Blossom by Anne-Marie Bone, and obviously this blossomy tree, so much confetti. Now, I love my confetti, but this is a lot of confetti even by my standards, so I've not done a huge amount. It's also, talking of drills that move, look at these, look, that's all moved. Now, unfortunately, this is one of Dreamer Designs' older kits, like really quite old. This kind of qualifies for Refresh Your Stash for me. It's one of my old kits. It's before Dreamer Designs tightened their grid. I knew this when I bought it, that they had gappy grids, and it is what it is. And I'm kind of okay with it, but I just get a bit annoyed because I tend to place with tweezers my squares. So these were all okay when I mean, there was gaps, but they were, relatively civilized. But I guess, again, the rolling up of the canvas in the cupboard, and we're having a heat wave, and we've had a few heat waves, which I'm sure does things to the glue. And yeah, so the drills have moved about. I'll fix it another time. But you can't see what's going on in the confetti, so that's that at least. It's gonna be really pretty, I think. Lots of pinks, and you can see how much it's brightened up. Like the canvas looks quite muted, and then you get this splash of colour, and it's like that's going to be the whole tree. And there's loads of ABs, if I recall, like in the sunset. So yeah, this is going to be a project, but I like confetti, so I'm okay with it. And I want to do more. I want to at least finish the row soon. But yeah, the problem with confetti, but it's part of the reason I like it, is it takes so long. It takes so long to do a section. So yeah, you can see I don't know why. I think maybe I've just realised. Look, I started there, but then I've moved down. I think the reason in there, I don't know why I didn't. I don't think I noticed underneath the plastic that I hadn't done that. When I said that section hadn't been finished. I think probably what happened though is because it's confetti, I tend to work on slightly bigger sections, because then when you pull out a colour, you can work on it for a bit longer, because there's more chance of it appearing, as opposed to just like, here's 2 drills, here's 3 drills. It might be here's 5 drills, and it just speeds things up a bit. But yeah. I only just noticed that was wonky. Who knows what was going through my head at the time? If you're a regular on my channel, you know that sometimes I do weird things. Anyway, next one. This is Ainefel. Look, there she is, up there. And I kitted this up specifically for 26. As you can see, look, again, when you see like that muted colour from the printed canvas, and then the drills go on, and it comes alive. So I've done several sections of this. When I started it off, like, it's got these like mini sections down here, so I did 2 sections at a time, just and treated it as one, and then they've got full-size ones. I did notice when I was setting it out, so I am adding in some extra dust drills, because I thought it might make her dress be a bit more silky, because there wasn't a huge amount of special drills down in here. And I just noticed the colour I chose is supposed to be the same DMC colour, but it had a different dye lot. So obviously it was like a little bit lighter. But then these are the special drills that come from Forever Young. They call them Sugar Dust. And Fairy Dust will have mica powder on it that's the same colour, But sugar dust, they have like silver ones, so it will make the drill lighter again. Now on this one it was okay. On the canvas coming up, I've had to change my plans from using the sugar dust in the places that I intended. But I just noticed, because I did these strips and then the perils of working on a light pad, this is the original colour. So the way I'm doing it is the original colour. If it goes up in a sort of straight line, then I'm making it the original DAC colour. But if like the blue zigzags, like folds in the dress, then that's where I'm putting in the dust, and it'd be like a sort of highlighty type, catching the light on the folds. But I just realised, like this one, obviously where I did it there, it's like it's done a little zigzag. I thought, oh, I'll do dust. But where I started it down there, it was very straight. So I need to pick some off. And I think the one I'm going to pick off, I think I will actually take off the sugar dust and make that order, because it is quite a straight line. But these ones, it zigzags across. Here it zigzags across. Here it zigzags across. So that's where I'm doing the dust. Yeah, so I've got to go back and fix that. Like I say, when you're working on a light pad, you cannot always tell what you've placed already. But she's looking great. I'm really enjoying it. There's some special drills in this sort of background here. But yeah, I'm loving this, and I'm looking forward to working on her some more, because this is one I'm really enjoying. Plus, I've got another Margaret Morales that on my list, my 26 list, that I want to kit up. But I know if I kit that one up now, it'll put me off. It won't put me off, but I'll get distracted by wanting to do the first one. So I want to get a bit more done on this before I kit up the next one. I've got Dark Lilith, which could not be more different to this one. All right, next one. This is another Diamond Art Club. So this is Yume Art. You can see I've done about 2/3, I'd say. Yeah, 2/3. So it's obviously got a lot of background. Remember what I was saying about how I don't like colour blocking? But it looks so good. Like, the thing about the dark colours in the background is it makes these colours pop so much. And it doesn't, I can never get it to sparkle on camera the way it sparkles in real life. But let me tell you, this is around, and this is so sparkly, and it's really nice, and I'm really enjoying this canvas in general, apart from where I'm having to do this dunk background, which is mostly 939. It does have little speckles in it, so it's not completely horrid to do, but yeah, it does test my patience. That's why I've got one of these little patches here to break it up. But now I've got that one, I've got a bit of leaf. So this line's going to be okay, and then I'll probably do that one first, and then I'll probably do the same and do like this little panel and work my way up. And then I'll just have the flower left in the middle, I think, or at least like this bit, so that I'm finishing with colour. Because let me tell you, if I do all this painting and I've only got that one section left or that one section left, I will walk away from it. I am that kind of person. There'll be people, how can you walk away from something that's so close to being finished? Yeah, I can, because I do not like colour blocking. Anyway, that has come on really well. I've done several sections on that. I was down here somewhere the last time you saw this, when I did the 26 reveal. So I think I've done like 4 or 5 sections. Coming on well. Yeah, so there's that one. I think I'd like to get this as a bit of a priority now to get finished, and then I could get storage back. Right, so this next one is another one that qualifies for Refresh My Stash. This, I think, is probably my oldest kit, licensed kit. It's from Diamond Art Studio. Oh, let me just get that. It's a 60 by 80, so it's a bit big. I'm having to sit with it on my lap, which is not nice because it's very hot at the moment. It's very sticky. So this is also my problem child as a result. So so this is called Excited Duckling. It's a 60 by 80. I think I said that. Diamond Art Studio have come a very, very, very long way since their early days. And this was one of the first canvases. Like, I was there at the beginning when they started as a business. And this was one of their earliest canvases. And I remember I got this for my birthday, persuaded my other half to buy it for me. When I say persuaded, I bought it and then gave it to him, and he gave it back to me on my birthday. So yeah, but things that's changed, obviously, this is when they had like just the oil, I don't know what they call them, the oil canvas type thing. So there's no fluff on the back, and like the grid was loose. The drills are actually, to be fair, not bad, the grid was loose, and it makes for a gappy experience, which is not ideal when all of your canvas has a very, very light background. Now, regarding the paper, this is parchment paper that I took off the plastic because there is a bit of a problem with the canvas. It's got these creases in it, and the creases were caused by the plastic cover being put down, and then the glue is cured, and it caused like these like quite deep rivers. And I thought, well, let me take the cover off and see if I can put this parchment paper down. Now, just a bit of a warning about parchment paper. There's parchment paper and there's wax paper. They are not the same things. This is parchment paper, I think. One of them will go on your glue, no problem, and the other one will wreck your canvas. So if you ever want to get this instead of cover papers, just make sure you're getting the right kind of paper. But even if you think you've got the right kind of paper, test it on a corner first, please. Please test it on a corner first. I've seen so many people like just so upset because you cannot get that paper off. Anyway, I have done a section of this. I've done all of this. I think I've done his head. I think I had a patch here to do. So I did do the square of background. So I do need to do another square of this background. I don't know what side. Maybe that side. It's got a nice big blob in there to like make it less interesting. The ABs. This was long before Diamond Art Studio included ABs in their paintings or any kind of special drills. So I've added them in myself. It's an orange. I think it was 741 maybe. And it's just a speckling in the feathers. And then I'm doing a little bit of, I think I did a little bit of white AB as well, just for like, there's odd little bits of white. So it just gives a bit more texture. It's already textured. I like their rendering style. So yeah, I think he'll look great when he's done. I'm just getting him done is going to be the tough bit. Unfortunately, this painting is no longer available. It's been archived, but they do a miniature version. Little Crackers, I think it might be called. So I'll link that one instead. It's very similar, just much smaller. And yeah, so that is that one. All right, next one. So we have another Dreamer Designs. This is called Petra. I always forget what a wrestling match is to deal with these big canvases. So this is Petra. She's so pretty. Obviously very pink. It's by Romance Art, and it's 60 by 80, so it's also quite big. And this is the one I was talking about where I said about the dust drills are being lighter than. This is my own cover paper here, just at the bottom of the canvas. And yeah, the dust drills. So I was going to do a straight replace for pink. One of the pinks is 600, and I found a 600 fairy dust, fake fairy dust. I got it from AliExpress, and it's this bright pink here. Now, what I didn't take into account is down in this bottom right-hand corner, like it's like under her chest, so it's like a shadow. So it's not so much that like it was a slightly paler pink, and obviously the dust made it lighter, and but because it was in the shadow, it stood out too much. I mean, it stands out quite a bit as it is, but you can imagine what it was like with all the dust on. It stood out in a way that it was not meant to stand out. So I'm just going to wait until I get out of this corner, and then I'll start, because it goes all up here as well. But it'll be more at home, because look, we've got lighter pinks up here as well. So if I don't use it on the 600, I can always use it on its neighbour instead. And I feel like these feathers, they're silky, and it needed more dust. But yeah, it did not work down there. But once I get past these dark bits, then I'll be able to put the pink fairy sugar dust, fairy dust, whatever dust, house dust will be in there. But I've done 2 sections on Petra, so that's not bad. That is not bad. And I don't know if it's gappy. That's the thing with the darker colours, you can't actually tell. I think I did do it with light board. I can't remember though. I feel like it wasn't as bad. But yeah, then anyway, that is Petra from the Dreamer Designs. All right, next one. Oh, this is a big one. So this is The Dragon's Door by Raven Phelan from Diamond Art Club. This is the first ever Diamond Art canvas I got, and I didn't even buy it direct from Diamond Art Club. I bought one on D-Stash. And yeah, so I've had it for a while, and this is obviously counts for a refresh or stash. And so I've done this so far. I intended for it to be a background project mostly because of the painting's background. Look at all this background. Like technically, it's not color blocking; it's like color strips, but it's all greys. Lots of greys, more greys, green grey. Like I just knew the color palette. It's not very exciting. In hindsight, maybe I should have even started at the top, get it out the way with, as opposed to down the bottom where some of the colours are. But what I'm doing, as you can see, is I've started moving up the side, and what I'll do is now I'll do small sections here. I'll do a small section for this for some colour, and then I'll go back to doing that bit, and then I'll do another small section. In fact, I'll probably then carry across because it's background, and then when I weave across, and then basically it's what I was saying before. I'll always do a bit of background, and then I'll find something with a bit of colour in. So I've always got some colour to look forward to. And then up there, I need to be very sort of small sections of colour down here, because this dragon has got to last me the whole painting to get past all that background, because that's gonna just, yeah. But I have done 2 sections on this since I started the challenge. So I think I did down here. I might have done a little bit down here as well. Just a small section here, bigger section there, small section here. And I have seen this done. I think it was Katie I saw had done this and shown it finished, and it looked amazing. I'm just a bit worried. It's got like a bit like the duckling. It's got some wrinkles in it where the glue was too tight. The cover has you know, shrunk when the glue has dried. Because this, let me tell you, this glue, slippery. So I don't know what's going on, how it's cured and it's pulled the thing, because it is not dried properly. This is skater glue. But I was hoping the drills would weigh it down and, you know, make these grooves disappear. But I've got one here and I can still very, very clearly see the groove. So I can only hope that over time, when the weight across the whole canvas, perhaps, we'll just have to wait and see. It's quite discouraging though. Well, for me, I mean, some people can go through that and think, oh, it'll be fine. At the end, it'll be fine. And it probably will be fine at the end. But I find it hard to look forward to it, because I always think, well, what if I do it all and it's still got these grooves in it? But what will be. And yeah, so it's really pretty though. And I do like this, like the colours. I didn't anticipate this. This sort of like galaxy effect, I guess, where it's breaking through the door. Just, it looks so good. Really, really pops out against these darker colours, and obviously the orange pops. So it is going to look great, but I just getting there. Getting there is another one, like the duck. It's going to look amazing when it's done, but getting there is going to be a bit of an ordeal. So yeah, that is that one. Right, and this is technically my last rip. I'm gonna roll it up. If you've been on my channel, you'll know what this is. This is my Christmas in July project, and it's a whopper. It's all snow and ice, so I'm treating it as a background project, and I do it as Christmas in July. I'm rolling. Christmas in July, and so I do it for July, and then I do it in December, and then that's it. It goes to sleep for the rest of the year. And it is Elsa, Queen of the Mountain. And yes, so this is 100. I've rolled it up now. I'm pretty sure it's 130 by, I want to say 70 across, but it's definitely 130 deep, 130 centimeters deep. So this is what I've done. I've done most of this in I started this last year. So since the challenge, so today is July the 8th. So since the 1st of July, I have done 3 panels. I think what I would like to do in an ideal world, I'm getting ahead of myself now, talking about my July plans, but yeah, I want to. I think I want to get like that row finished and that row finished, and if I can do that, then I'll be happy for the year. Especially considering all the other things I've got going on. If I don't have enough time for that, I think as long as I get to this snowflakes, then I'll be happy. But yeah, hopefully, this is the goal, to get to the end of that row. It's still tons and tons and tons left, but it means by December I'll be working on, like, we've got some hands, and then her face. So like I start to get to like the good bit, because yeah, this sky, I mean, to be fair, the sky is not anywhere near as bad as I thought it was going to be. I thought this was going to be, I thought I was going to get not so much the color blocking, but like the blue fatigue. And it's not so bad because it's got like these lilacs in it, and like there's the ABs are in here. There's lots of industrials in this sky as well, so it's quite varied. But it is starting to get into me now, because I was doing these ones, and this is like all grey. It doesn't look overly grey, but it is very grey, and it's not very exciting. So I do that square, and it's just like, yeah, it's all white, it's all grey, and there's like a few blue and a few pink, and it was just all right. Well, next one, all right, no, that's all white, all blue, and all grey, a little bit of white, a bit of a pink. It was just like, yeah, we're at that phase. So I just, if I can if I can survive, if I can get to here, it starts getting good. I've got 4 squares to do, and it'll start to get good. So I can do it. I can do that. It's like I say, it's the 8th. So you know, I figured if I can do, what's that? 2, 4, 6, 8. So that's 9 squares. I mean, if I can do a square every 2 to 3 days, I could do that quite easily, couldn't I? If I have the willpower, and that's the big question, because obviously I've got a lot of other WiPs in my pile that I want to work on, and I've got 12 kits that I still need to kit up for that project, and I'm very slow. But for now, this is what it looks like. Now, talking of plans for July, that's the end of the WiPs. We're on to the plans now. Very loose plans. So the only other thing that I really want to do for July is this is the smallest kit that I've got in my 26 for 26. Out of everything I've chosen, this is the really big one, this is the small one. And at the time, I didn't know how well I was going to be doing with the event, with the challenge. So I thought, let's put something in really small, and then that would give me like that easy win if I needed a little morale boost. Anyway, I'm doing okay, but we're still going to do him because it's Christmas in July, and I know what December is like. I get busy. I was meant to do him last December. I did not have time. So hit Elsa to the row, and then him. If that's all I get done in July, then I'll be happy. But I'm hoping to actually get more than that done. Now, where's my sheet? So this is what I've done for 26 for 26. I've made this little sheet. If you're doing the 26 for 26 challenge and would like this checklist, I've got a link to this below in my Ko-fi store for free. Obviously, it doesn't have the writing in here, but it gives you little things that you can download, and you can have your own checkbox and write in the names. Keep everything nice and tidy. What I'm going to do is, because obviously some of these things I've got lots of ticks for, I've got another copy of this. I'm going to count up, say, like here I've got, I think, 7 ticks for Ainefel. I'll just put a number, I'll just get the new sheet, I'll put 7, and then I've got a new box, and I'll start ticking again. And then come October, I think that seems a good time for me to do my next 26 update, and I'll do the same again. Everything that I've done, I'll add up the number, I'll add up the ticks, and I'll move it to a new sheet. And that way, it still feels I'm getting that little dopamine hit from getting a tick, which I'm doing in all different colours because, yay, colours. And yeah, so, and the next thing I think I'm going to kit up, obviously I'm not going to kit up the Stitch because he's tiny. Yeah. So I think I've got limited storage at the moment. I've got one of those ones with little pill pots, which is 56 colours. And then I've got another one that's 60 bottles of, you know, the jars. So I think, if I remember rightly, this one, Bubblegum Girl, is a square. That's a really, really old one from Prism Diamond Painting. Another Refresh or Stash. I think I might do her. She has 54 colours. I could put it in the Tic Tac container, you know, the pill containers. I don't know why I said Tic Tac. And then Spedrels I'll just put in baggies. And I can kit her up and get her going for Refresh or Stash. And then I think the other one I might do is this Axolotl Bubbles, because I know that is also less than 60 colours. And so that will fit in my jars. I've got, where is it? City Streets in the Snow. That one I'm planning not to do until November for Diamondz Studios' November event. So I think the plan for that is I want to try and get Paisley done by then, which, you know, as long as it's done before November the 1st, then I will get that back, because that's a high colour count kit, and that's in 120 storage set. So if I can get that back, then I can kit up City Streets in the Snow. And then I think I'm going to have to, I didn't want to buy more storage, but I think I'm going to have to. And then I'll get one of those 240 sets again, the art dot cases, because they hold 80 in a row in a layer, and I can kit up 3 kits in that. So I can do Dark Lilith, Petals Fall. I need to do this Regal Honeybee. I don't think that's got a huge amount of colours. As long as they fit in 80, then I'm going to go for it. But yeah, and then I've got my wild card, which, if you've not seen my Diamond Art Club unboxing from the anniversary, I only put that up a couple of days ago. In there, I think I'm sort of like 95% sure that one of the paintings I bought in the anniversary sale, that is going to be my 26th painting, and it's my wild card. But I'm just waiting, because I can't kit it up yet anyway, so I don't have to make a decision yet. And aside from that, really, all these ones that have only got 1 tick so far. I think the goal for the next check-in is to make sure everything's got at least 2 ticks, and then add in some of these ones. So yeah, that's it for now. If you're looking for updates on the progress before my October video, do come and check me out on the Discord. You can see that below. It's linked in the description. It's a small and cozy community, but that is where I'll be posting my updates. I have vlogs for the bonus content, so you can also become a member if you want. But the Discord is free, so yeah, it's up to you. But thank you so much for watching. Give me a thumbs up on the way out the door if you enjoyed this video, and I will see you all again very soon. Bye for now. Bye.